Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the campus of Tabor College in Hillsborough, Kansas for tonight's KCAC matchup. The Blue Jays welcome their guests, the Avila University Eagles, for another great night of KCAC basketball. My name is Adam Suderman, and I have the pleasure of being joined tonight by Aaron Schellenberger for tonight's broadcast. Both teams are in search of their first KCAC win after dropping their first two conference matchups. The Blue Jays entered tonight 3-4, while the Eagles are 1-3 to start the 23-24 campaign. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with the national anthem, pregame prayer, and starting lineups.
Estate plan that values what you value. The Biblical Estate Design Service from MB Foundation is a will planning service that brings your faith into the process of preparing a God-honoring estate plan. Many donors of Tabor College have used this service to create their plan and have chosen to leave a gift to the college, a gift that will have a lasting impact on future generations of Tabor students. Learn more at mbfoundation.com/Tabor and get started on your plan today.
MB Foundation, giving meaning to money.
Hillsborough's TCW team is proud to work for you. Our local service and support teams bring the best.
We just pause here at the beginning of this game, just to say thank you. Thank you for the game of basketball. Thank you for each of these athletes, the gifts and talents you give them. Just pray that they would use them to honor and glorify you tonight on the court. Pray you would be with us in the stands as we watch and we take in the game of basketball, that we would honor and glorify you with our words and our actions. That we would cheer in a way that honors you. We love you, we praise you, we thank you for this evening, thank you for the gift of another day, and just this time that we get to take in this competition. Pray you just bless this time. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Please remain standing for the national anthem performed by the Tabor College Pep Band, led by Dr. Chris Seifert.
Colorado, Matthew Bolt, a 6'5" junior forward from Kansas City, Kansas, Jehoiada Goins. And as our PA announcer, Nate Howard, announces the visiting lineup, we will give you tonight's Tabor starters. A 6'1" junior guard from Simsboro, Louisiana, Caleb Crane. A 6'6" freshman guard from Wilmington, North Carolina, Jack Voth. A 6'3" freshman guard from Heston, Kansas, Jake Proctor. a 6'7" sophomore forward from McKinney, Texas, Thatcher McClure. And finally, a 6'8" junior guard from Tomball, Texas, Kenyon Holcomb. So again, for the Eagles, it is Williams, Ross III, Smith, Bolt, and Goins. And for the Blue Jays, Crane, Voth, Proctor, McClure, and Holcomb. So, Aaron, this is your inaugural appearance behind the microphone. What are you excited about here as we enter deeper into the KCAC conference schedule?
One of the big things is just having basketball season start back up and being back here on the court here in Hillsboro. Being able to play at home, but right before break, a bunch of students here, and we have a bunch of high school kids here as well.
Yeah, no, and we do want to give a shout out to our local youth, MD youth groups who are joining us here from Hillsboro Mennonite Brethren Church, Parkview Mennonite Brethren, and Avonfeld here tonight, taking in tonight's contest. So another look at the records. Both teams looking for their first conference win. Tabor, both teams 0-2 to start the KCAC schedule. Avila 1-3, Tabor 3-4. One interesting thing, looking at Avila's schedule, while they are just 1-3, they've actually played 4 exhibition games to start this season. So the record's a bit deceiving. They have played 8 games, but only 4 that count towards the record. Actually playing Kansas City, formerly UNKC, Truman State, Washburn, and Rockhurst. So they've seen some really good basketball so far, but just haven't had many games count towards their overall record. And also want to mention Coach Tyler Brady-Hawk, who's in his first season as Avila head coach. Not new to the KCAC, however, as he also spent 5 years as a St. Mary assistant from 2013 to 2018. So we'll see if the Blue Jays can get their first home conference win. They did beat Missouri Valley in the Tabor College Classic, but they are in search of their first home conference win. So, Aaron, I don't know who all you talk to on campus. It seems like there's an energy about this team. Do you know, do you know any of the guys, or two, just kind of what's your feel for the conversation around campus?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously the excitement's always going to come back up come the time the season starts again, but being able to know the guys, and it's a small school, so you have classes with everybody, and being able to talk to them, I know they're super excited, and talking with Coach Warren, he's super excited. So we just got to get going through the year, get this first home win, and see how everything goes after that.
For sure. And, one item of note, so Tabor in their first KCAC game, dropped a tough one, 94-57 at Evangel. But just before the Thanksgiving break, Tabor went on the road to play the University of Science and Arts of Oklahoma. Science and Arts beat Evangel, but Tabor only lost to USAO by 6. So a sign maybe that the Blue Jays are beginning to find their groove a little bit, especially with such a young team, starting 2 freshmen and a sophomore. So it will be Eagle basketball here as we start tonight's game with George Williams setting the Eagle offense. That 3-point attempt, courtesy of James Ross III. It is off, and the Eagles will get called for a travel here on their opening possession.
One thing that the Blue Jays do have going for them is these first year and these brand new baby blue jerseys. So I think the swagger's definitely coming with them.
No, they look good. I don't know about you, but I always like, trying to think about all the colleges. North Carolina being the obvious one. I've always liked this look. Marquette, I know, uses it. It's just a good look, that baby blue. So it'll be a Tabor turnover here as Jake Proctor loses handle, and Ross III will bring the ball up the court, and that will be another Eagle turnover here as Tabor regains possession. So for those who perhaps might be tuning into their first Tabor game of this season, or maybe just are not as familiar with this year's roster, if you don't know as many of the starters, that is because there is only one player on the court who started last year. So we'll run through those names here again here in a moment after Caleb Crane steps to the line for 2 free throws. Crane, by the way, you're about to give him credit for free throw shooting, but Hey, I didn't say it quite yet, but Crane and McClure both in the top 10 in the conference in free throw shooting. But you know what? I shouldn't have said anything apparently because that backfired. So Caleb, I apologize. If your family's watching, that's on me. So the Blue Jays missed both free throws here as Avila takes over once again. There's Jehoiada going in the paint, and he's going to draw a foul on Kenyon Holcomb.
Holcomb and Crane have both won Defensive Player of the Week in the conference early in the season, haven't they?
I believe so. They're both, so we'll start here with Crane coming over from Xavier University of Louisiana, close to home in Simsboro. Coach Warren mentioned to me actually before he went back to Xavier, going into Coach Warren's first year, he recruited Caleb to Tabor, so he wasn't new to Tabor as he looked to make his way back north here for his junior season. But he also played at Redlands Community College in Oklahoma before he went to Xavier. So, yeah, a pretty phenomenal point guard here. Taking over the lead for the Blue Jay offense here in his junior campaign. So Tabor will take over here as Avila has an early 2-0 lead. Looked like he might have shoved Holcomb down on the paint, but
crowd definitely wanted to push there.
Yeah, but never. The three-pointer is off for Holcomb, and Avila will take over once again. So, and just I mentioned a new starting lineup for the Blue Jays. Mentioned Crane. You've got freshman Jack Voth from Wilmington, North Carolina, but also from Buhler, Kansas. Maybe something some of you don't know. He was the 4A Player of the Year as a junior at Buhler. And then Jake Proctor, freshman from Heston, won a number of state titles for Heston basketball. So, and then Kenyon Holcomb coming from Cameron University in Oklahoma, a D2 transfer. So there's Holcomb with a great feed to Voth in the paint, who will go to the line. And it looks like we're also going to get a technical foul here on Eagle freshman Matthew Bolt after the block. He's a little bit beside himself. I don't know exactly what happened, but it looks like we'll get technical free throws and free throws for the block attempt. Some
referees will let some things slide, but others, if you look at them the wrong way, they'll get you.
Yeah, so Proctor will shoot Jake Proctor, that is, will shoot the technical free throws here as the Blue Jays look to get on the board here. Free throw line not kind of the Blue Jays here, as they are now, I believe, 0 for 3 to start tonight's game. Man, not an ideal start there. So
we get 2 more for the team, though, from that foul.
Both, what's kind of impressive if you think about it, through just 7 games, already with 50 free throw attempts in 7 games. So he knows how to get to the line and use his body. I mean, when you're 6'6" and you can take it to the hole like that, he will obviously make his share of trips to the free throw line. And Voth breaks the early 0 for 4 start at the free throw line and makes it what should be 2-1. Yes, sorry. The scoreboard was off there. So 2-1 Eagles here with 18:04 remaining in the first half. Voth misses the second, and it will be Eagle basketball. Desmond Combs stepping in for Matthew Bolt, who actually already has 2 fouls. So he'll have to watch probably a majority of this first half from the bench. So Combs probably liking his matchup here on the smaller Crane, and he takes advantage as the right-handed hook shot falls off the glass. So 4-1 Eagles here in the early goings here on Tabor's campus. So McClure with the corner 3 and hits.
Back to that defensive possession. Crane maybe a little mismatch there, but he's not one to back down from a fight.
He is not. He is as tough as they come. There's no question about that. And a welcome sight here for Thatcher McClure. 3-point shooting has not been as kind to him here in his sophomore campaign. But he did, how about this, Aaron? He was 3rd in the KCAC in 3-point shooting as a freshman. So he knows how to knock him down. See if this maybe gets him going here in game number 8. A great take from Holcomb as he cuts through the paint.
I'm going to blame McClure's shooting percentage on the changing of numbers. Last year he was 33. So the threes were just falling. This year, switching to 10.
You know what? You might be onto something there. Well, there is James Ross III responding. So it is now a 7-6 Avila lead. Sure is good to have students back on campus for tonight's game after Thanksgiving break had hit before the Blue Jays welcomed York this past weekend. So another three here for Cooper Smith. So back-to-back trays for the Eagles makes it a 10-6 Avila lead with 16-16 remaining here in the first half. Holcomb will go take it again, but decides to hit McClure in the corner. It looks like McClure stepped out of bounds on the drive, so that will be a Tabor turnover.
Checking in from Avila, number 34, Josh Kilpatrick.
You know, these are two teams who are really trying to get it going offensively. If you look at conference scoring to start this year, Avila averaging just 60.3 points per game, which sits at the bottom of the KCAC. And Tabor, 2 spots higher, but at 72.3 points per game. So a lot of teams in the KCAC scoring well over 80 points a game so far. So while 72 points may not seem bad initially, the Blue Jays, of course, would like to work their way back up and be there amongst their KCAC brethren up atop the conference standings. So Holcomb will drive on Combs. Nice take there from the junior. So 4 points here early from Kenyon Holcomb.
Do not let the size fool you, folks. He can move.
He can. And he won't hesitate to put up the three either, as you saw earlier. So Combs finds Ross III, looking to make it 2 straight makes for himself, but it misses. Crane takes it up the court, all the way to the basket, and connects.
Nice little left-hand finish.
And having seen a few Tabor games so far, I got to say, when Tabor gets in the open floor in transition, they're as good as any team I've watched thus far. So I know Coach Warren will want them to capitalize off any Avila turnover tonight.
They're quick, like to run, and are not afraid to go straight to the basket.
Oh, for sure not. So here, 10-10 in the early going, 14:45 left here in the first half.
There's that defensive presence.
Yeah. And that is a shot clock violation. I think Avila forgot to keep their eye on the shot clock there, as they were in no rush to get a shot up. So for the Blue Jays here, we've got Cade Hemmert, a senior from Oakley, Kansas, stepping onto the court for the first time, and also freshman Jaden Miller, a 6-foot guard from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, another freshman for Tabor here, earning key minutes here early in the season. So, and just to update also on the Eagles, we have Josh Kilpatrick, Desmond Combs, Jordan Majid, James Ross III, and George Williams. Both will back down on Majid, but is unable to hit. I think we're going to get a shot clock violation, as his shot did not hit the rim. Really, the only knock here for the early going is the Blue Jays is the free throw line, only hitting 1 of their first 6 attempts. So I know Coach Warren will want to see that trend change. A great feed there from Ross III as he finds Kilpatrick on the block, and he will go to the line for an and one. That developed quickly. Kilpatrick caught Hemmert there standing still defensively, and his free throw is good, so giving Avila a 3-point lead. We'll stop momentarily here for a substitution as Jared Larson, a senior guard from Independence, Missouri, checks in for the first time for Avila. Really a diverse scoring effort for the Blue Jays through the early going, with 4 guys averaging double figures. So one of those being Proctor, who puts up a 3, and that rims off the freshman averaging 10.1 points per game. McClure, though, is the Blue Jays' leading scorer here through the first 7 games, averaging 16.1 points per game.
Fouls on the Blue Jays, number 5, Jaden Miller.
Jaden Miller will get called for his first team foul, team third.
Blue Jays, number 10, Thatcher McClure.
McClure did not sit long as he will give King and Holcomb a breather. Another great cut from the Eagles as Combs' attempt rattles off, and it will be Tabor basketball, but unlike the previous attempt, Tabor was able to respond and block his shot attempt, so it'll be Blue Jay basketball here as they try to take a bite out of this deficit.
Does that still count as a block, or is it a 0.5 like sacks in the NFL?
I'll give him a block, but it's not my call. So McClure will drive on Combs and find Cade Hemmert in the corner as Hemmert hits a three.
Hemmert's a big 3-and-D guy. Do not leave him open.
Well, you got to give Cade Hemmert credit. You know, he's a 4-year guy and played a lot of basketball here at Tabor, and he is taking on a fantastic leadership role here for the Blue Jays. Seeing his minutes go down here a little bit as a senior, but I know these freshmen really look up to him as they begin their college career.
One of those guys who stayed in the transition period between coaches.
Exactly. Someone who's passionate about Tabor and about this program, so really cool to see. So Jaden Miller drives finding Proctor in the corner. Hemmert will go on Kilpatrick, and it looks like, I think we'll get Kilpatrick with the foul on the Hemmert shot attempt.
Coach Warren wants a goaltend. He thinks Kilpatrick hit the net.
I think he might be right, but I don't think we're going to get it. So Hemmert will step to the line for 2 free throws.
Not letting guys sit very long is Coach Warren.
No, it's been a definitely quick as Crane comes back to give Proctor a breather.
That'll help the free throw percentage.
Absolutely. Leave it to the senior for righting an early wrong. Tabor here with a 15-13 lead after 5 straight points from Hemmert, the senior guard from Oakley, Kansas. Aaron, you have any idea what the Oakley, Kansas mascot is?
I'm going to stick with alliteration and go with the Owls.
It's a good guess. The Plainsmen, channeling my old high school sports days there. So Miller, looks like I think we're going to get the foul here on Jaron Miller. So a Miller on Miller foul here. Jaden Miller will go to the line. Tabor tried to follow the miss, but instead Miller will go to the line for a pair of free throws.
Got to be a little bit of a culture shock for Miller coming from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, all the way to Hillsborough, Kansas.
For sure, but I know these Blue Jay coaches are really excited about him. You know, somebody who was a first-team All-State selection out at Palm Beach Prep in Fort Lauderdale as a senior. So hope members of the Miller family are joining us here tonight on tonight's broadcast. I think it's probably a little warmer in Fort Lauderdale than it is here in Hillsborough.
There's probably not still a few inches of snow just laying around.
No, I'm willing to bet that for sure. So Miller hits both free throws, and as Tabor's lead grows to 4 here with 11:42 remaining in the first half. Kilpatrick looking for Majid. He will shoot over Crane. That shot is off, but he gets his own rebound, and he will shoot over McClure and also miss, but he will go to the line for a pair.
A defensive presence of Crane is scary for anybody trying to go down there.
So McClure now with 2 early fouls, so we'll see if Coach Warren decides to pull Thatcher here in the early going. Mention on Coach Brady Hawks over for Avila. You know, this is his first season here with the Eagles, coming from Rock Valley College, where he was the head coach for 3 years. And but is not a stranger to the KCAC, as I mentioned before, coaching 5 years at St. Mary as an assistant, but also an assistant at Emporia State before going to Rock Valley College. So, and also if you look at the roster, there are, I believe, two, Majid and George Williams coming from Rock Valley following their head coach to Avila. A great take by both, but is unable to finish. I think Coach Warren wanted a foul, but to no avail. So it will be Eagle basketball here with 11:11 remaining in the first half. Larson there with the long three. Holcomb grabs the defensive rebound, and Crane will look to push, which is a common sight here.
Holcomb very good down low, disrupting shots, but getting rebounds as well, offensive and defensive.
Absolutely, and Holcomb in the top 10 in the conference in offensive rebounding, actually. McClure in the top 10 in defensive rebounding, so two long wings who really have played well in the paint in the early going. So I know Coach Warren will not be upset about those early numbers, seeing his two tallest players in the top 10 in rebounding. So Majid will look to challenge the taller both. I think we're going to get another shot clock violation.
Blue Jays ball. Checking back in for the Eagles, number 1, George Williams.
An ideal matchup there is the 6'6" both. We're starting the 6'1" Majid and both using his defensive presence there to tip his shot attempt as the shot clock expired.
Always nice to have taller guards that can still handle the ball but are very good defensively.
And it's such a luxury for this Blue Jay team. While Holcomb probably is more of your true post player, to have both, and McClure at 6'6" and 6'7", who can play all 5 spots.
Even Crane's not afraid to get down there, like we said all night.
He will not. He is not afraid. You are correct on that. One of the interesting notes, having called Tabor's game against York, you know, they were only they were able to come back from a 15-point deficit in the second half of that game without making a single three, just because they were able to get to the free throw line so much on some and one. So, and of course, it's number 0 here. Crane in transition. I think Majid might have taken perhaps an elbow to the chest here and is out of breath. We'll get a substitution as Cooper Smith returns for the Eagles.
Was that Majid or George Williams?
You were right. I'm wrong on that. That would be George Williams. My apologies there.
Checking in for the Eagles, number 4, James Ross III. At number 10, Cooper Smith.
The speed of Crane there just shows you how quick the turnovers, like you were saying, they just want to run and attack the basket as quick as they can.
I think any opposing head coach, as film begins to spread across the conference, when they see Crane grab the ball in transition, it's guys get back and get back quickly. So I think we're going to get a foul here on Proctor as Cooper Smith will step to the free throw line. The first foul on Proctor, the product of Heston, Kansas. The Heston Swathers.
The Heston-Hillsboro rivalry runs deep, doesn't it?
Oh, it absolutely does. While I did not finish school in Hillsboro, I was in Hillsboro until my sophomore year, and it's a fun rivalry. You know, they've traded their blows throughout the years in various ways and in various sports. So Proctor, but make no mistake about it, Proctor was a huge get for the Blue Jays as just a dynamic scorer. Not only was he was a 3-time state champion in basketball, but also a 2-time All-State receiver and defensive back who played in the Shrine Bowl after his senior year at Heston. So someone who can impact the game all across the floor with his defense, his offense, his ability to finish at the rim. So just a tremendous get for Coach Warren here in his second year with the Blue Jays.
Playing multiple sports in high school seems to be one of the things college coaches across any sport, across any level, seem to look at, and they really like that.
For sure. Smith puts up the 3, but Holcomb grabs the defensive rebound and finds Jade Miller, who will take it all the way to the rim, but is unable to finish. I'm not quite sure. I think we're going to get a travel here. Kind of an awkward fall there for the freshman. I think looks like he might be all right. We certainly hope so. Not quite sure what happened there, but
those are scary, whether you're looking at it or the one taking the fall.
Yes. Basketball courts are not nice when you're falling.
Not soft either.
In air.
Seems to be okay as he makes his way to the bench.
Maybe limping there just a little bit, but I would venture to guess we'll see him again here soon. So Smith will drive on Proctor, but instead kicks it back out to Kilpatrick on the perimeter. It'd be Majid here driving on both with the shot. A nice jumper here as he is able to beat both defensively. So we are all tied up at 19-19 with 8:08 remaining here in the first half. Crane looking for the screen from Holcomb. My goodness, he got around quickly. So Holcomb's shot attempt is off. And they're trying to grab the offensive rebound, but Goins there corralling it for the Eagles.
That rebound will just add to the tally for Holcomb's offensive boards.
He's just so long, too, where he gets those arms up. It's going to be tough for just about anybody to reach over him. So that three is good from Majid, and it will be a 22-19 Avila lead. I think we're going to get so it looks like a full timeout here from Tabor. We will step aside momentarily and be back with the remainder of the first half.
Don't let flashy ads and short-term specials with fine print entice you into hidden charges and slower speeds for your broadband. Work seamlessly, stream continuously, and game uninterrupted. TCW is the only provider that offers Hillsboro the reliability of an underground fiber connection to your home or business. Switch today to experience the best with TCW Fiber Internet.
At Baumgars, we want to be your one-stop shop. From DeWalt power tools to workwear and footwear, plus seasonal goods, livestock feed, pet food, and so much more. Family owned and operated for more than 70 years, we knock ourselves out to deliver legendary customer service. And with more than 100 stores serving customers from the Midwest to the Rockies, we strive to have
what you need when you need it at Baumgars.
Many of you know that the Eitzen Agency insures churches, Christian schools, and other related ministries. A coverage that is overlooked for most businesses is proper cyber liability. Has your business ever been hacked? Do your employees click on links that they shouldn't? Your business could be shut down and have extreme costs if this happens. Cyber liability can reduce these costs.
Back here as we get going again. A great look to McClure, but he is unable to corral the pass from Crane. So I think Coach Warren will look for Tabor to just find some scoring spark here as the points have come in small bunches here. Interesting. I didn't expect that three-point attempt, and I don't think Avila's coach either, but Cooper Smith is able to grab the offensive rebound and give Avila its biggest lead at 24-19.
Shooting over Holcomb will not be an easy feat for anyone.
Absolutely not. Proctor puts up the three, which is short and bounces off into the hands of James Ross III. Ross III is Avila's leading scorer so far this season. The 5'11 junior guard from Monroe, Louisiana, averaging 11.5 points per game. Both all the way to the rim and scores. And it just seems like whenever Tabor is able to get out and run, Avila just has no answers. So I think Adventure will see a little bit of a, hey, guys, let's go from Coach Warren anytime they have that opportunity. So Holcomb stands his ground well defensively, but Cooper Smith squeaks in, but I think we're going to get a jump ball, I believe, here, and the Eagles will maintain possession. So Kareelan Avery hitting the floor for the first time here tonight, the sophomore from Lubbock, Texas, as he gives Caleb Crane a breather.
Seeing Avery around campus, he is always bringing the energy, whether it's just walking to class or out here on the court.
No, he is just a bouncy player. You know, someone I think any coach would like to have is just quick. One of those point guards any coach would love when you think about somebody who just can get his hand into a loose ball and just does the little things right. Is I think a good way to describe Avery.
Being a smaller guy in that little mismatch, we just saw them box out the big center for Avila and ended up getting the over-the-back call on him. So he will do the dirty work for you, anything you need.
Absolutely. See if Tabor can cut into this deficit, which has grown to as much as a 5-point lead for the Eagles. And Thatcher McClure hits the short shot in the lane, which I believe is just now, I think that's 5 points now for McClure after the early three. So I know Tabor's coaches will look for the sophomore to get going. It's just such a dynamic weapon. McClure had 25 points in its game, or in Tabor's game at USAO, which is a pretty impressive performance against truly one of the better NAI programs in the region. So that three, was that Ross the third on that three?
I believe so.
So a answer there to push Avila's lead back to 4. There'll be another Tabor turnover. Tabor struggling here with the turnovers, and Avila's been able to capitalize. So Ross the third will look to strike again. That one is off. And Tabor, not something that Coach Warren's going to like, as Jehoiada Gaines was able to corral the ball with 3 Blue Jays around him. So, and he was able to get the timeout. So we'll get a 30-second timeout here from Avila, and we will step back and be back momentarily.
Hillsboro Ford is your local, family-owned and operated full-service Ford dealer, serving Marion County and the surrounding areas. Come and see us at Hillsboro Ford for all of your automotive needs. Whether it's purchasing a new or used vehicle or visiting our well-trusted service department, our staff is committed to give you a top-notch experience. We service every make and model and can handle all service jobs, including tires. We're at 202 South Main Street in downtown Hillsboro and online at hillsborofordks.net. Hillsboro Ford, where service makes the difference.
We hope you enjoy the game.
Welcome back to Hillsboro, everyone, for the final 4:37 here of the first half. You know, while Tabor's trailing by 4, still shooting 44% from the field, but I would say it's 7 turnovers and also the 4 missed free throws here that has prevented Tabor from maintaining a lead here. Ross the third. Impressive shot, and I think we're going to get Avery with the foul on the shot, so he will get 2 free throws.
On Tabor, number 3 with Avery.
Seeing this Blue Jays team, it kind of reminds me of the movie Coach Carter, where they just stress defense and they're just quick and running on offense.
Absolutely.
James Ross, the third.
So I think that will be Avery's first, and I'm not sure what we're looking at here. Perhaps, just maybe a sweat timeout on the court, or...
Does Holcomb have some blood? He's going over to the athletic trainer now.
So we'll stay with you here as I think they clean up a little bit of blood on the court. Want to give a shout out to the Tabor Blue Jay women who won tonight's opener 80-54, I believe, taking down Avila as the Blue Jays continue to soar here in the early goings. So I believe to double check the conference website here, but I know Tabor's still undefeated in conference play. And Coach Reed, per usual, has Tabor playing really well here in the early portion of its schedule.
They are a team who is not afraid to shoot, and most of the time they will knock it down.
Well, and on that note, I called the Tabor-York women's game. They led the conference of three-point shooting, and with multiple players shooting over 40% from three-point range, which is pretty remarkable when you think about it. And that's not just through 1 or 2 games either. So Ross the third hits the first free throw, but Jack Voth grabs the rebound here as Tabor trails 28-23 with 4:21 remaining in the first half. James Aboba also hitting the floor for the first time. Just another Tabor turnover as Williams misses, but Ross the third responds. So Coach Warren just not happy with Tabor's lackadaisical passing here in the early going. A big part of Avila's 7-point lead here. Both takes it into the rim. He will step to the line for a pair.
Foul's called on the Eagles, number 32, Desmond Combs.
Desmond Combs, that will be his first, team 7th.
At the line to shoot 2, Jeff Voth.
Both hits the first.
Looks like Miller is back in the game after taking that awkward fall a little while ago.
Good to see. And I like the pairing of Avery and Miller in the backcourt. They play a similar style, and I think will be fun to watch here as they share the floor together.
That is going to be one of the fastest backcourts in the conference.
I would be willing to guess it's up there for sure. Larson will put up the three. And as Avila now has its biggest lead at 33-25 here with 3:36 remaining in the first half. I think the thing you don't like to see if you're a Blue Jay fan is Avila just seems like they're slowly building a little bit of confidence here, which is everything when you think about playing on the road and you're just trying to look for that road win to try to right the ship a little bit. So Aboba scores over Combs in the paint for his first points of the night to make it a 6-point Eagle lead.
Aboba, one of the 2 players on this Blue Jays roster from the United Kingdom.
Yeah, fun fact there, 2 from across the pond. Good defensive effort there from Crane. My apologies there, Avery there on the defensive end. So Aboba thinks about a 3, but instead will take it in.
Lost control in the air, it looks like that.
Yeah, I think he lost control of the ball, but both is able to get the rebound and convert. I think a few laughs there from the Tabor student section.
If he would have been able to finish that, this place would have gone crazy.
I know. I think they were ready to erupt. So I think a few of his friends will be reminding him that in the cafeteria tomorrow. So
I will be one of them.
So down to a 4-point Eagle lead as Combs goes into Aboba's body. But I think we're going to get a foul here, sending Combs to the free throw line.
I've never understood how you can jump into them and still get that foul called.
Yeah. Sure looked like Aboba held his position well, but is called for the foul anyway. As Combs hits the first. Good to see Kenyon Holcomb ready to check in here again after the blood timeout here just a few minutes ago. And mention those Tabor turnovers. 8 turnovers, 10 Avila points off of those 8 Tabor turnovers. So a big factor here is Avila is in search of that first conference win, but also trying to keep the momentum in its favor here. Now, an impressive take from Avery. I thought he was maybe a little bit too far from the basket, but what do I know?
There was that little connection between Miller and Avery we were talking about earlier. That entire possession was just them 2.
Yeah, no, and you saw them as when Miller came back to the floor. It seems like they've developed a little bit of a partnership on the court. Williams thinks about the deep 3, but instead will find Majid atop the key. And Majid will put up the 3 from the corner, which rims out. Aboba for the rebound. Miller will push to Crane.
Strong take.
We're going to get an and one. A great feed from Miller on the open floor.
These Blue Jays love to run.
And Coach Warren giving Miller the high five as he finds his teammate. So that the first foul on George Williams. He will take a seat. Crane will look to finish the 3-point play. It's a fun fact for you, Aaron. I see Rockford, Illinois. For George Williams, there is a famous athlete, I'll even help you, from Wichita State, who hails from Rockford, Illinois. Any idea who that might be? And he even plays basketball. I'll give you 2 hints. And he's also in the NBA. I'll give you 3 hints.
In the NBA right now?
Yeah.
Is it Fred VanVleet?
Yes, you would be correct, sir.
You gave me too many hints.
I know. I didn't want to leave you hanging too long, so.
Once you said currently in the NBA, I was like, okay, there's only one guy.
Crane is short on his jumper. Wonder if we have anybody from Rockford on the broadcast tonight, which I'm sure the name Fred VanVleet is well known throughout that community, given what he did at Wichita State, but also not even getting drafted and now signing just a massive contract with the Rockets this offseason. So pretty cool for him.
NBA champion as well up with the Raptors.
Exactly. So another Tabor turnover will give Avila the ball here as we are under a minute to play in the first half. 35-34 Avila with 31 seconds remaining. in the half. 8 seconds on the shot clock. A three from Larson. Off Voth is able to get the rebound, and Tabor will be able to hold for the last shot, but I don't think Voth plans on doing so.
They like to run, Adam.
They like to run. And Coach Warren not happy because I don't think he wanted to give the ball back to Avila here. In fact, I saw the emphatic slow down, but I don't think Voth saw. That is now 11 Tabor turnovers here in the first half. So all things considered, when you think about 11 first half turnovers, you think about maybe a bigger deficit, but only down one here with less than 20 seconds to go in the first half. So I would be willing to bet that one of the first sentences out of Coach Warren's mouth in the locker room, we should stop turning the ball over. How's that good for good coaching from me? So
that and making free throws.
Yes, for sure. So
I think one of the big things though with their speed on the Avila turnovers, getting to be able to get back.
Great takeaway from Crane is he will go to the rim and he'll go to the free throw line. So
Avila's wanted an all ball call there.
They did, but I think Crane knew he did not have the clock in his favor, and he goes all the way to the rim, so he will get 2 free throws.
Back to the speed of the Blue Jays. When they do turn the ball over, they get back quick and are able to contest shots.
Crane hits the first. An 83% free throw shooter here to start his first season as a Blue Jay. So between he and Thatcher McClure, 2 guys you want to see at the line just about in any occasion. And Crane hits both to give Tabor the lead. Ross the third will try the full court shot, but it would not have been good either way. So the 2 free throws for Crane gives Tabor a 36-35 lead here going into the break. Pretty impressive, Aaron, when you think about, I would have to look back at the play-by-play, but I believe it was 33-25 Avila there at one point late in the first half. So a good response after some tough early turnovers here. So we will step aside here for about 10-12 minutes, and we'll be back with some first half stats.
Create an estate plan that values what you value. The Biblical Estate Design Service from MB Foundation is a will planning service that brings your faith into the process of preparing a God-honoring estate plan. Many donors of Tabor College have used this service to create their plan and have chosen to leave a gift to the college, a gift that will have a lasting impact on future generations of Tabor students. Learn more at mbfoundation.com/Tabor and get started on your plan today.
MB Foundation, giving meaning to money.
Hillsboro's TCW team is proud to work for you. Our local service and support teams bring the best for fast and reliable TCW internet right here in Hillsboro. Working closely with residents and business owners, we help find the best solutions for all your needs. You simply can't beat our local customer service, always ensuring a connection to work seamlessly, stream continuously, and game uninterrupted. Don't let flashy ads and short-term specials with fine print entice you into hidden charges and slower speeds for your broadband. Work seamlessly, stream continuously, and game uninterrupted. TCW is the only provider that offers Hillsboro the reliability of an underground fiber connection to your home or business. Switch today to experience the best with TCW Fiber Internet.
At Baumgar's, we want to be your one-stop shop. From DeWalt power tools to workwear and footwear, plus seasonal goods, livestock feed, pet food, and so much more. Family owned and operated for more than 70 years, we knock ourselves out to deliver legendary customer service. And with more than 100 stores serving customers from the Midwest to the Rockies, we strive to have
What you
Many of you know that the Eitzen Agency insures churches, Christian schools, and other related ministries. A coverage that is overlooked for most businesses is proper cyber liability. Has your business ever been hacked? Do your employees click on links that they shouldn't? Your business could be shut down and have extreme costs if this happens. Cyber liability can reduce these costs. Give us a call at the Eitzen Agency to discuss this valuable coverage for your business at 580-227-2553 or find us online at eitzenagency.com.
Sooner or later, you might need some extra storage space. When that day comes, Fleming's Mini Store All is ready and waiting. Fleming's Mini Store All has 5 locations and has been serving the Hillsboro and Marion area since 1990. They've got a variety of storage size options and can even handle boats and RVs. To learn more, just visit FlemingsMiniStoreAll.com or give them a call at 620-382-5550. Fleming's Mini Store All, the solution for your storage problems.
Hillsboro Ford is your local, family-owned and operated full-service Ford dealer, serving Marion County and the surrounding areas. Come and see us at Hillsboro Ford for all of your automotive needs. Whether it's purchasing a new or used vehicle or visiting our well-trusted service department, our staff is committed to give you a top-notch experience. We service every make and model and can handle all service jobs, including tires. We're at 202 South Main Street in downtown Hillsboro and online at hillsborofordks.net. Hillsboro Ford, where service makes the difference. Infinity Fitness is open 24/7 for all of your fitness needs on your schedule. Whether you're looking to improve on basic health knowledge or are looking to powerlift or bodybuild, start with Infinity Fitness. We've got the facilities, trainers, and equipment to help you meet your goals. Join the Infinity Fitness family today. Call us at 620-877-0220. Infinity Fitness is located at 115 North Main Street in Hillsboro and online at infinityfitnessks.com.
Create an estate plan that values what you value. The Biblical Estate Design Service from MB Foundation is a will planning service that brings your faith into the process of preparing a God-honoring estate plan. Many donors of Tabor College have used this service to create their plan and have chosen to leave a gift to the college, a gift that will have a lasting impact on future generations of Tabor students. Learn more at mbfoundation.com/Tabor and get started on your plan today.
MB Foundation, giving meaning to money.
Hillsboro's TCW team is proud to work for you. Our local service and support teams bring the best for fast and reliable TCW internet right here in Hillsboro. Working closely with residents and business owners, we help find the best solutions for all your needs. You simply can't beat our local customer service, always ensuring a connection to work seamlessly, stream continuously, and game uninterrupted. Don't let flashy ads and short-term specials with fine print entice you into hidden charges and slower speeds for your broadband. Work seamlessly, stream continuously, and game uninterrupted. TCW is the only provider that offers Hillsboro the reliability of an underground fiber connection to your home or business. Switch today to experience the best with TCW Fiber Internet.
At Baumgar's, we want to be your one-stop shop. From DeWalt power tools to workwear and footwear, plus seasonal goods, livestock feed, pet food, and so much more. Family owned and operated for more than 70 years, we knock ourselves out to deliver legendary customer service. And with more than 100 stores serving customers from the Midwest to the Rockies, we strive to have
what you need when you need it at Baumgar's.
Many of you know that the Eitzen Agency insures churches, Christian schools, and other related ministries. A coverage that is overlooked for most businesses is proper cyber liability. Has your business ever been hacked? Do your employees click on links that they shouldn't? Your business could be shut down and have extreme costs if this happens. Cyber liability can reduce these costs. Give us a call at the Eitzen Agency to discuss this valuable coverage for your business at 580-227-2553 or find us online at eitzenagency.com.
Sooner or later, you might need some extra storage space. When that day comes, Fleming's Mini Store All is ready and waiting. Fleming's Mini Store All has 5 locations and has been serving the Hillsborough and Marion area since 1990. They've got a variety of storage size options and can even handle boats and RVs. To learn more, just visit FlemingsMiniStoreAll.com or give them a call at 620-382-5550. Fleming's Mini Store All, the solution for your storage problems.
Hillsborough Ford is your local, family-owned and operated full-service Ford dealer, serving Marion County and the surrounding areas. Come and see us at Hillsborough Ford for all of your automotive needs. Whether it's purchasing a new or used vehicle or visiting our well-trusted service department, our staff is committed to give you a top-notch experience. We service every make and model and can handle all service jobs, including tires. We're at 202 South Main Street in downtown Hillsborough and online at hillsboroughfordks.net. Hillsborough Ford, where service makes the difference. Infinity Fitness is open 24/7 for all of your fitness needs on your schedule. Whether you're looking to improve on basic health knowledge or are looking to powerlift or bodybuild, start with Infinity Fitness. We've got the facilities, trainers, and equipment to help you meet your goals. Join the Infinity Fitness family today. Call us at 620-877-0220. Infinity Fitness is located at 115 North Main Street in Hillsborough and online at infinityfitnessks.com.
Create an estate plan that values what you value. The Biblical Estate Design Service from MB Foundation is a will planning service that brings your faith into the process of preparing a God-honoring estate plan. Many donors of Tabor College have used this service to create their plan and have chosen to leave a gift to the college, a gift that will have a lasting impact on future generations of Tabor students. Learn more at mbfoundation.com/Tabor and get started on your plan today.
MB Foundation, giving meaning to money.
Hillsborough's TCW team is proud to work for you. Our local service and support teams bring the best for fast and reliable TCW internet right here in Hillsborough. Working closely with residents and business owners, we help find the best solutions for all your needs. You simply can't beat our local customer service, always ensuring a connection to work seamlessly, stream continuously, and game uninterrupted. Don't let flashy ads and short-term specials with fine print entice you into hidden charges and slower speeds for your broadband. Work seamlessly, stream continuously, and game uninterrupted. TCW is the only provider that offers Hillsborough the reliability of an underground fiber connection to your home or business. Switch today to experience the best with TCW Fiber Internet.
At Baumgars, we want to be your one-stop shop. From DeWalt power tools to workwear and footwear, plus seasonal goods, livestock feed, pet food, and so much more. Family owned and operated for more than 70 years, we knock ourselves out to deliver legendary customer service. And with more than 100 stores serving customers from the Midwest to the Rockies, we strive to have
what you need when you need it at Baumgars.
Many of you know that the Eitzen Agency insures churches, Christian schools, and other related ministries. A coverage that is overlooked for most businesses is proper cyber liability. Has your business ever been hacked? Do your employees click on links that they shouldn't? Your business could be shut down and have extreme costs if this happens. Cyber liability can reduce these costs. Give us a call at the Eitzen Agency to discuss this valuable coverage for your business at 580-227-2553 or find us online at eitzenagency.com.
Sooner or later, you might need some extra storage space. When that day comes, Fleming's Mini Store All is ready and waiting. Fleming's Mini Store All has 5 locations and has been serving the Hillsborough and Marion area since 1990. They've got a variety of storage size options and can even handle boats and RVs. To learn more, just visit FlemingsMiniStoreAll.com or give them a call at 620-382-5550. Fleming's Mini Store All, the solution for your storage problems.
Hillsboro Ford is your local, family-owned and operated full-service Ford dealer, serving Marion County and the surrounding areas. Come and see us at Hillsboro Ford for all of your automotive needs. Whether it's purchasing a new or used vehicle or visiting our well-trusted service department, our staff is committed to give you a top-notch experience. We service every make and model and can handle all service jobs, including tires. We're at 202 South Main Street in downtown Hillsboro and online at hillsborofordks.net. Hillsboro Ford, where service makes the difference. Infinity Fitness is open 24/7 for all of your fitness needs on your schedule. Whether you're looking to improve on basic health knowledge or are looking to powerlift or bodybuild, start with Infinity Fitness. We've got the facilities, trainers, and equipment to help you meet your goals. Join the Infinity Fitness family today. Call us at 620-877-0220. Infinity Fitness is located at 115 North Main Street in Hillsboro and online at infinityfitnessks.com.
Create an estate plan that values what you value. The Biblical Estate Design Service from MB Foundation is a will planning service that brings your faith into the process of preparing a God-honoring estate plan. Many donors of Tabor College have used this service to create their plan and have chosen to leave a gift to the college, a gift that will have a lasting impact on future generations of Tabor students. Learn more at mbfoundation.com/Tabor and get started on your plan today.
MB Foundation, giving meaning to money.
Hillsboro's TCW team is proud to work for you. Our local service and support teams bring the best.
Welcome back, everybody, to the campus of Tabor College for tonight's KCAC 5. Kenyon Holcomb with 4, and Creelan Avery, Jaden Miller, and James Aboba all with 2. So that's Crane with 9, Voth with 7, McClure with 5, Hemmert with 5, Holcomb with 4, Avery with 2, Miller with 2, Aboba with 2, and then also of note, Jake Proctor held scoreless there in the first half. So all that being said, not the cleanest of first halves, but Tabor here with a 1-point lead going into the second half. So, and just a few team numbers before we get going. Tabor is shooting 50% from the field at 12 of 24, which is certainly a good number. And they also rebounded from an early struggle at the free throw line, 1 of 6 to start. Now, I believe actually 9 of 9 since then. So I just did the math on that one. So they really rebounded well from that. So here Tabor gets possession to start the second half. McClure drives to the lane, but his shot is off. So I think McClure's a little frustrated here. His offense has been a little harder to come by for him here.
Let's see if the Blue Jays can keep it going, the momentum they had coming into halftime. They went on a little, 8-0 run?
I believe that's right. Don't have that right in front of me, but I think we mentioned right before halftime, I know it was an 8-point Avila lead at one point at 33-25. So an impressive finish from Tabor to take the lead there going into the half. So it will be Blue Jay basketball here as the ball's tipped out of bounds. A quick substitution here as Majid will send Ross III to the bench, which is kind of odd, sending your game-leading scorer to the bench, but what do I know? So
we're up here, not down there for a reason.
That's very true. So Voth drives into Smith, but then I think we're going to get a travel on McClure. Slight happy feet there from the sophomore.
That's one of those that's so hard to tell from up here. I don't know how the refs can see that.
I know. I happen to catch that one, but not many usually. So also Matthew Bolt, who had to sit with 2 early fouls for the Eagles, is Avila's second leading scorer at 7.5 points. So we'll see if the 6'5" freshman factors into the second half. A great block from Holcomb.
That length is insane.
Probably smart to maybe stop and get Holcomb in the air on that, because not many players are going to squeak past the 6'8" junior there on the drive. Holcomb actually started his career at Incarnate Word in Texas, so at a Division I school. So he's played at now at the D1, D2, now NAI level. So he's made his rounds. I think we're going to get a foul here on Cooper Smith of the Eagles.
Great shot contest by McClure there. And then coming down with the rebound.
Tell you, any coach will tell you, offense, some days it's just not your night. but you have to be, I think Coach Warren's got to be pleased with McClure's effort on the defensive end, even though offense just hasn't quite come as easily as it usually does for the sophomore. Man, Crane is quick.
Yeah.
I mean, it just, you gave him one lane and he's gone. So Bolt with the mismatch on Crane. And Crane doing a fantastic job holding position.
He will never back down.
No, he will not. And Proctor in transition scores.
That's his first points of the night.
It is. It is, definitely. So, you know, Crane fell a little bit hard there on defense. So an impressive effort without their leader on transition to still score. So Tabor out to what I believe is its biggest lead. And right as I say that, there's Matthew Bolt to cut it back to a 3-point Tabor lead. See, Proctor, I think, just really looking to assert himself. Instead, will kick it back to Voth, who buries the three.
That freshman connection.
And for those who don't know, they played summer ball together before Jack moved out to North Carolina. So those two have known each other for, I would venture to guess, most of high school, if not longer. So, I mean, coming from Heston and Bueller, I mean, you can't get much closer than that.
No.
So George Williams tries to answer with a three, and Tabor just unable to grab the rebound here. So Avila will get its third attempt at a shot. Bolt thought about the elbow jumper, but instead will kick it around the perimeter. Cooper Smith with the three, also off. So Jake Proctor with the rebound as Tabor will look to set its offense. McClure from the corner. It's a pure shot, isn't it?
It is. I think the number switch is finally getting to him now. 33, he was hitting all the threes. Now we're switched to 10. Now we're getting them to fall.
I haven't, working here on campus, I haven't had a chance to get to know Thatcher too well yet, but I'll leave it up to you to remind him that maybe, you know, next time make that number change, and then, you know, he wouldn't have found that cold shooting from deep. But that being said, my bad joke attempts, we'll act like that never happened, and it's a 30-second Avila timeout as the Blue Jays lead by 7.
Don't let flashy ads and short-term specials with fine print entice you into hidden charges and slower speeds for your broadband. Work seamlessly, stream continuously, and game uninterrupted. TCW is the only provider that offers Hillsboro the reliability of an underground fiber connection to your home or business. Switch today to experience the best with TCW Fiber Internet.
We are back here out of the Avila 30-second timeout as Tabor's lead has grown to 7 with 16:08 remaining in tonight's game. If memory serves me right, they were at 11 turnovers with about 5 minutes left in the first half. So now it's Tabor sitting at 12. So that's only one turnover here over about the last 10 minutes, which I think it's no coincidence that Tabor has found its biggest lead here as they've pushed it out to 7. When you hold on to the basketball, good things happen. There you go. That's what they pay us the big bucks for, right?
Yeah. I had a coach one time, really young in baseball, but he told me the ball is the most important part of any sport. So if you can take care of the ball, you'll be pretty good.
Hey, you know what? Sometimes just keep it simple, right? So Bolt with an impressive post move on the other end.
The speed of Crane.
Yeah. Bolt tries to cut into the Tabor deficit, but Crane answers. You blink once, he's already at the rim. I think I wasn't even ready to look at the other end of the floor, and he was already scoring. So there you have it.
And that's with bobbling the ball going through the lane a little bit.
Bolt with the fadeaway. Impressive shot. So all things considered, you think about Bolt being Avila's leading scorer, I would think their coaching staff, you know, to stay within that game without one of their top performers, probably ultimately pretty pleased with that. Crane puts up the three this time, short again. So the three has not been quite as friendly to the junior from Simsboro, Louisiana. Coach Matt Warren, in his second year here at Tabor, able to kind of make this roster his own here in year 2. And, I think the common theme here is you talk to the coaches and happen to have a few friends around the conference that I think they're finding that Coach Warren will put up a massive fight on the recruiting trail. And when you look at winning the efforts of Jack Voth and Jake Proctor locally, I think your other KCAC schools are going to take notice. So I think everyone, when you look at your top 3 scores, I think now an offensive foul on Tabor's end. When you look at your top 3 scorers being 2 freshmen and a sophomore, I guess take that back. Crane's in there. But that still being said, you have 2 freshmen who are averaging double digits, and McClure at 16 points per game as a sophomore. So there is just still such a bright future for Tabor basketball. I was going to get to my point eventually. It just didn't work out very well.
I think one of the things Coach Warren was very excited about was having a full, complete offseason and year under his belt to get these guys into his program and the way he wants to play the game as a whole.
And I think just when you play that first full season in the conference, you get a sense of how other teams play. What do we want our identity to be? That's a pretty shot from Jack Voth. So I think, Coach made it what a defensive effort from Jack. Tabor's unable to keep possession, but an impressive effort nonetheless. So I was going to mention, I know Coach made it a priority to win some recruitments here locally and being able to recruit the state well, but also, going back to Florida and getting Jaden Miller, where he is familiar with, having coached at Warner University before coming out here to Hillsborough.
And being a graduate of the University of North Florida.
Yeah, exactly. So Tabor I thought maybe kept position there, but the official on the baseline disagrees. So I think Holcomb, that's Holcomb's first. So a good sign when your top post defender picks up his first foul with 13 minutes left in the game. Jehoiada Goins playing his college basketball not far from home, a Kansas City, Kansas native. So would venture to guess he has a short drive over to Avila for his college basketball career. So Desmond Combs will check in for the Eagles as Tabor back at a 5-point lead here after the both 3 on their last possession. So 13-17 remaining. Tabor in search of its first home conference win. What a take from Proctor.
These freshmen are not afraid to go right at the older guys in the conference.
Oh, man. And, that I keep mentioning that York game as it was the last game that I called, but, York has Mooch Beal. I don't know if you were here or were able to watch that York game. Beal's every bit of 6'8", 220, 230, and these freshmen didn't even think twice about going into the trees to try to convert. So, So just I think they're fearless. Let's just say it like it is. So
Proctor held scoreless at halftime, and now he's up to 5. So he's getting on a good little roll here.
No question. And Bolt as well now I think that's now 8 for Bolt, all in the second half. So he is asserting himself after spending most of the first half on the bench with 2 fouls. Miller with the corner 3.
There's another freshman.
Yeah. 3 on the court right now, by the way. So got a senior, junior, and 3 freshmen. So you can see why Coach Warren smiles when talking about these freshmen. Just, the only way they're going to go is up when you think about their basketball career. So both guys for the rebound, and Tabor will look to push here, leading by 9. Boba finds Holcomb, who, gets in contact from Bolt, so will not go to the line, but it will remain Tabor basketball.
Number 20, Matthew Bolt. That's his 3rd, team's 4th.
And the thing you're finding, too, McClure, Thatcher's Thatcher. That's the obvious statement of the night, but Thatcher and Jack also both now in the excuse me, I got to scroll back down in my stat sheet here. Thatcher and Jack both in the top 10 in the KCAC in scoring now. So a freshman and a sophomore asserting themselves amongst some really talented players in the conference. So, you know, you look just unbelievable when you look at Clark over there from Southwestern. Anyone who's watched KCAC basketball for the better part of the last 2-3 years knows how incredible Kevin Clark is. And I think he had almost a 40-point game here a few weeks ago. So just an incredible player. So Tabor will see him, I think, for the first time here not long after the Christmas break. And the Mound Builders, that is. Yep, I think we're going to get a travel here on Combs.
A ball on the ground, but held his position when he was up. Thing to note here for the Blue Jays, they have their 3 main guards all in right now with Miller, Avery, and Crane.
Didn't notice that. That's a great pickup there. So a lot of speed, a lot of quickness. Going to be hard to know who to try to prevent to get from getting to the basket. So you can't obviously potential double up anyone. A Boba will go into Combs' body, and I think he'll step to the line for a pair. So, you know, taking a step back here, just looking at the KCAC as a whole, you know, with the Evangel joining the league this year, the KCAC is going to have somebody who I think is poised to make a run. I mean, Oklahoma Wesleyan is fantastic. Southwestern, both of those teams were undefeated, by the way. Kansas Wesleyan does have 3 losses, but they've played, I think, 3 teams. Their 3 losses were to 3 teams in the national tournament last year. So, and then Evangel's really good. Tabor's looking to assert itself amongst the conference best. Sterling's better. McPherson's better. It's just going to be a really tough year in the KCACs.
I think the conference as a whole across all sports is arguably one of the best in the nation.
There's some depth there. There's no question about it. I mean, Evangel joining the Heart of America. I mean, they hold the reigning Heart of America Player of the Year. So, oh, what a
There's
feat.
Avery on the defensive end.
Keeping that ball in
And then
bounds.
look at the speed of the Blue Jays.
And on the alley-oop. Oh. Man, we were ready for it.
To erupt.
It was.
You can see all the students jumping around behind there.
You see that athleticism of Aboba. He was ready, but unable to convert. I think we have a full timeout here from Avila, so we'll step aside. Tabor leading 59-48 with 10:53 remaining. We'll be right back.
Many of you know that the Eitzen Agency insures churches, Christian schools, and other related ministries. A coverage that is overlooked for most businesses is proper cyber liability. Has your business ever been hacked? Do your employees click on links that they shouldn't? Your business could be shut down and have extreme costs if this happens. Cyber liability can reduce these costs. Give us a call at the Eitzen Agency to discuss this valuable coverage for your business at 580-227-2553 or find us online at eitzenagency.com.
Sooner or later, you might need some extra storage space. When that day comes, Fleming's Mini Store All is ready and waiting. Fleming's Mini Store All has 5 locations and has been serving the Hillsboro and Marion area since 1990. They've got a variety of storage size options and can even handle boats and RVs. To learn more, just visit FlemingsMiniStoreAll.com or give them a call at 620-382-5550. Fleming's Mini Store All, the solution for your storage problems.
Hillsboro Ford is your local, family-owned and operated full-service Ford dealer, serving.
We are back. We are back here. Excuse me. Need to get that mic adjusted. You'd think you'd remember that as an announcer, but there we go. Anyway, so we are back here for the final 10:48 of tonight's game. So McClure grabs the rebound. Yeah, I think we're going to get an Avila reach here.
They were ready to run.
Yes, they were.
They were all breaking fast, looking for that McClure outlet pass.
Team 6.
You know, we talked a little bit about it in the first half, but you think, you just see, I think Tabor is just ready. You know, maybe they'll take a few bruises along the way, but you look at the last 2 games, it came down to a last-second 3 against York at home in their home conference opener, only losing to University of Science and Arts of Oklahoma by 6, who, as we talked about in the first half, Tabor lost to Evangel 94-57, and I think that score is not really doesn't indicate
this
that
team
that's
at
this
all.
team. No, and so I think it was just a tough start to conference play. But that being said, USAO beat Evangel in the non-conference portion of their schedule. So I think that game should give. I mean, obviously, no one wants to talk all about moral victories, but that game had to have given Tabor a lot of confidence to say that we can play with anybody.
Fellas on the Blue Jays, number 3, Creelan.
I believe this is the biggest lead of the night for Tabor.
I think you are correct, sir.
Miller, shooting 2.
So Jaron Miller at the line.
Looks like we have a whole platoon swap for the Blue Jays.
Yes. So Crane stays, but in is Proctor, Voth, Hemmert, and Holcomb.
That's always nice when you have that depth and you can be able to do that.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the bench, they've gone, was about 9 deep here. So something they were not able to do last year in Coach Warren's first year here in Hillsboro.
Even the girls' team was able to do that. At one point, they just switched everybody entirely.
That's just a blow defensively. What a take from Holcombs. So a blow defensively when you see a team bring 4 fresh bodies in. So Holcomb showing his athleticism, taking the ball to the rim. That's going to be another weapon if he can keep that going. So I think we're going to have Blue Jay basketball off the errant pass there from Bolt.
The Blue Jays are really starting to find their way here and get out to a big lead.
Good to see, because the first half, I mean, the turnovers have been well documented, and so if you go back here now, the last 15 minutes, just 3 Tabor turnovers. So the last 15 minutes of game action. So a much, much, much better number for the Blue Jays, and again, no coincidence that it's grown and built on its lead when you take care of the basketball.
Crane's so strong going to the rim.
Yeah, I mean,
we've said it all night.
Yeah, Goins in the paint. I mean, he is a big body, and Crane said, "Here's my best shot. I'm going right into your body."
Either the ball's going in the basket or you're going to foul me.
Yep, Holcomb doing a great job defensively, holding his position. So Tabor, I think, just kind of finally beginning to settle in a little bit, as they're looking for their first win since the Tabor College Classic when they won their second game against Missouri Valley. I think Holcomb, the thing you watch with him offensively, he's just eager to get going.
Yeah. There's going to be one of those days where he's going to pop off for 20-25, and it's going to be very quiet. You're not going to see it coming, but when you look at the stat sheet at the end of the game, you'll see it.
And maybe it won't be every game, but I think he's clearly capable of, at the very least, a 15-8. I mean, maybe a double-double even. I think it's in him for sure. I think we're going to get a foul here. Is it going to stay on this end? I believe so. So we're going to get Goins with the foul.
Number 50, Jehoiada Goins. That's his 3rd, team 7th.
We will get Jordan Majid back for the Eagles. Holcomb with the 1-and-1 here, so Tabor will be in the bonus here over the final 8 minutes and 12 seconds. He hits the first.
I love that camera view we had up top.
We are spoiled here at Tabor, and I hope everyone at home has enjoyed this broadcast. We've got a phenomenal setup. We've got a full working studio in another building here on campus. Anybody who aspires to go into sports media and wants to work on this side of sports, we're really set up well here, and we're very thankful to be able to bring high quality broadcasts to you from for all of our home broadcasts. I don't know. Maybe they didn't get hammered. Maybe it was the body underneath, because that sure looked like a clean block. Well, nope. It is hammered.
Fouls on the Blue Jays, number 0.
Oh, nope.
It's on Crane.
The scoreboard was a little over anxious there. So foul is on Crane. So, and I think everyone deserves their mention. So I think as we've been sitting up here, I see that you know our cameramen to our right. I think they deserve a shout out, don't you think?
They do. I play baseball with them here, so they're living the life over here filming.
Doing the hard work.
They were nervous coming into the game, asking me how to do it and everything. But I think they're doing a good job.
Well, I think so too. We can see their camera work here up in our stand here atop the home bleachers. So again, we're very thankful for the crew that we have and the ability we have to bring you these games at such a high quality. Proctor, what an impressive adjustment on the open floor.
One of the great things about our broadcast is that the majority of it is done by students, whether it's
exactly
filming or back in the booth or everywhere, really.
And I think I think Proctor maybe just body checked Majid there. In fact, so we've got Aaron, student to my left, 2 students here to my right. What are their names? Aaron, you want to help us out here?
Marcelo and Garrick.
Awesome. And back in the booth, we'll give I want to give a shout out to Creighton Kukula, who is a freshman, by the way, on the basketball team, who has done a lot of the hard work in the studio helping us on these broadcasts, and hope to see Creighton out here in these varsity games here soon. So we're thankful for everybody who helps us bring these games, as I've said now for the last few minutes. So
even looking around, like you'll have students taking pictures, students working down at the scores table, whether it's running the scoreboard or
even
helping with stats, just really everything that involves game day.
Well, and if you've been to a soccer game, a football game, or basketball game, you've heard the voice of Nate Howard, who is actually a graduate assistant, who he'd have to correct me, but I don't think he had announced before this year or done PA. And
I don't think so either.
He's done a fantastic job stepping in and just kind of giving our home games a presence, and is about amping up our crowd, so we're thankful to have him. And I think Bolt's heel was on the line, so the Tabor basketball here as we are under 7 minutes to play here, 67-53 Blue Jays. Crane drives, kicks it back to Voth in the corner. Voth just
attacking
again
the rim.
Yeah, no, he is makes no secret of what he hopes to do. So checking the conference scoreboard here. Let's see. I have the NAI as a whole in front of me. See which. Evangel looks like their game is over. A 99-75 win over York. So York. They won here, was now a week and a half ago, and we mentioned a last-second three on a 76-76, and they buried a three with a second left to win that game. It was a fierce comeback by the Blue Jays, but they just couldn't quite pull it out.
It's one of those heartbreaking losses either way.
And you just hope to build on it, to try to say, we can play with these guys. And how about this one? So we're looking at Kansas Wesleyan and McPherson. Kansas Wesleyan returned all 5 starters from a team that went to the national tournament. They're only up by 3 here with about 2.5 minutes remaining. And they're at McPherson tonight, so maybe McPherson asserting itself on its home floor. And Bethany also an impressive performance out to a near 20-point lead over Friends. And then Oklahoma Wesleyan has a 16-point advantage over St. Mary's. So a look there at the conference scoreboard, as I'm sure many of you are keeping your eyes peeled on what is happening throughout the conference.
It's going to be a fun time to see come conference tournament time and deep into the regular season.
And I think Tabor was picked near the bottom of the conference, and perhaps that was a little bit of, recency in that vote, just seeing what they did last year. But I think, take your pick where they fall, but I think I'm willing to bet they're not going to be in the bottom third of the league. It just seems highly unlikely, but we'll see how the season pans out. Crane's free throw rattles out.
Take an almost guaranteed bet that Coach Warren's using that as motivation.
I mean, you certainly would have to be. So showing that both the conference coaches and the local media not sure what Tabor might offer. So, and we've talked all night about these freshmen. So whatever Tabor is now, I mean, I think there's going to be a much more polished product by the end of the season. So, and a three there from George Williams.
Timeout Avila.
That will make it, I think, a 13-point game or? Yep, 13-point game. So Tabor up 69-56. We will step aside here for a full timeout with 5:43 remaining.
Create an estate plan that values what you value. The Biblical Estate Design Service from MB Foundation is a will planning service that brings your faith into the process of preparing a God-honoring estate plan. Many donors of Tabor College have used this service to create their plan and have chosen to leave a gift to the college, a gift that will have a lasting impact on future generations of Tabor students. Learn more at mbfoundation.com/Tabor and get started on your plan today.
MB Foundation, giving meaning to money.
Hillsboro's TCW team is proud to work for you. Our local service and support teams bring the best for fast and reliable TCW internet right here in Hillsboro. Working closely with residents and business owners, we help find the best solutions for all your needs. You simply can't beat our local customer service, always ensuring a connection to work seamlessly, stream continuously, and game uninterrupted.
Back here from Hillsboro with 5:43 remaining. For those of us who may join in the second half, my name is Adam Studerman. I do a fair amount of men's games throughout the season, so you'll hear me again. Won't be with you next week, but we'll be back with you in the second semester as we're heading into the last few weeks of the fall semester. I don't know how that's possible.
It flies.
Well, and you guys, I mean, baseball season starts in February, so you're not that far from playing baseball games.
That first weekend of February, we're down in Shreveport, Louisiana.
Man, that's going to be here before you know it.
Oh,
so.
yeah. I always say the fall goes quick, but the spring goes quicker because that's when we're actually playing.
Yeah, and it goes all the way through the spring semester. So impressive finish there from Jaron Miller as Avila cuts Tabor's lead to 11. McClure looks to score over Miller. I think we're going to get a foul on Holcomb here on the rebound.
Are they calling a push?
I guess so. Coach Warren wondering about that call, but it will be Avila basketball, and I think we're going to get free throws here as that is Tabor's 7th team foul.
I think this entire crowd did not agree with that call. I don't think I see an Avila fan here.
Well, it's a tough midweek trip coming from Kansas City. Conference spread out a little bit, but we're certainly, look at the last 5-10 years as the conference has spread its wings out to Kansas City, York, Nebraska, Evangel, Springfield. Is that right?
Yes.
I believe that's right. Yes, Springfield, and then Oklahoma Wesleyan down in Bartlesville. So the Kansas Collegiate Athletic Conference, not just Kansas anymore. So, but a lot of great programs across the region. So up to 14 schools in the conference, and again,
all good additions. I feel.
Oh, for sure. A great feed from Crane, but McClure was able to finish, but McClure's there to finish it. So
adding Evangel did mix up a little bit of the schedules, especially for us in baseball. It made things a little weird, but
that one was a big one. I think when you look at it, the conference wanted 2 automatic bids for football.
Yes.
And so we knew the KCAC would send 2 schools to the NAI playoffs every year. So that Tabor shot rims out, still double digits here. So I think Coach Warren probably saying I'd like to be a little more comfortable if this were closer to 15 or 20. So we'll see if his guys can answer. So not Avila certainly within range if it can find its offense here over the final 4 minutes to cut into this.
Holcomb was going to get that one on the block.
I think we're going to get a foul here on Majid on Thatcher McClure. Foul on Majid, fouling Thatcher McClure.
I knew what you meant.
Okay, I appreciate it.
On Avila's number 13, Jordan Majid. 2.
Point Tabor lead, so we'll see if Tabor can maintain its hold on this contest. Eager to get, again, its first conference home win and get back and get, well, not even just its first conference home win, its first conference win. So both important in their own way.
There was one thing you didn't see very often. Miller, a guard coming in for Holcomb. So it looks like Coach Warren's going a little small.
Yeah, I think you look at trying to finish this one off. That quickness on defense will certainly work in Tabor's favor. I think we're going to get a foul probably on Proctor. Be my guess here? Yep.
Yes.
And
On Tabor's number 4, Jake Proctor.
that is Christian Spalding, who just checked in here in the last few minutes, playing his first action of the game. He will shoot 2. A Louisville, Kentucky native.
Folks from Louisville, I know there's a certain way to pronounce it.
Louisville.
Louisville.
Yes.
Okay.
We got to keep our fans happy, so can't say I've pronounced it that way my entire life, but I know now. So I think we're going to get a 30-second has become a full. So Tabor leading 72-61, 3:41 remaining. We will take a timeout and be with you here in just about a minute.
Many of you know that the Eitzen Agency insures churches, Christian schools, and other related ministries. A coverage that is overlooked for most businesses is proper cyber liability. Has your business ever been hacked? Do your employees click on links that they shouldn't? Your business could be shut down and have extreme costs if this happens. Cyber liability can reduce these costs. Give us a call at the Eitzen Agency to discuss this valuable coverage for your business at 580-227-2553 or find us online at eitzenagency.com.
Sooner or later, you might need some extra storage space. When that day comes, Fleming's Mini Store All is ready and waiting. Fleming's Mini Store All has 5 locations and has been serving the Hillsboro and Marion area since 1990. They've got a variety of storage size options and can even handle boats and RVs. To learn more, just visit FlemingsMiniStoreAll.com or give them a call at 620-382-5550. Fleming's Mini Store All, the solution for your storage problems.
Hillsboro Ford is your local, family-owned and operated full-service Ford dealer, serving Marion County and the surrounding.
Tabor basketball here as we are under 4 minutes to play here in tonight's conference matchups. So we'll bring it into basketball too. So as Tabor will head to Bethel for its final conference game before Christmas break. So this lead is down to 9, so certainly don't want to discount that Avila is a few baskets away from making this a game. So we'll see what Tabor can do defensively to keep Avila off the board. Holcomb. And another great block.
Another one. Oh. They call a foul on him?
I think so. They're going to say he got him with the body on the second. So
Coach Warren's not very happy about that call. Neither is the crowd.
No.
Christian Spalding to the line to shoot 2.
So Spalding will step to the line for 2. Tabor's lead now down to 8 here with 2:51 remaining in the game. So Jaron Miller will check back in, sending Josh Kilpatrick to the bench.
Even with that foul, Holcomb's still a presence down low that I would not want to mess with.
No question about it. So Spalding hits both. So we're down to a 7-point game here. So, and Avila is going to use a full court. Of course, what a feed from Crane on the 3 on. Oh, yeah. Man, Tabor really doing its job well there on a full court press as Crane finds Proctor to Holcomb.
There's another block by Holcomb, and then they're just pushing.
And they're going to go. Let's try to generate the foul. There it is.
All the way.
A great response here. Avila thought it might have found its edge there, cutting it to 7, but Tabor twice in transition pushes its lead back to 11. So Coach Warren will be pleased with that. So it's a full timeout here from Tabor. 11-point Blue Jay lead. We'll be right back.
Create an estate plan that values what you value. The Biblical Estate Design Service from MB Foundation is a will planning service that brings your faith into the process of preparing a God-honoring estate plan. Many donors of Tabor College have used this service to create their plan and have chosen to leave a gift to the college, a gift that will have a lasting impact on future generations of Tabor students. Learn more at mbfoundation.com/Tabor and get started on your plan today.
MB Foundation, giving meaning to money.
Hillsboro's TCW team.
Aaron, how about you tell the audience, or our viewing audience, about what you just showed me during our break?
Yeah, so my Apple Watch has this little feature where it tells me when it gets too loud, and it warns me that noise at that level can cause temporary or permanent hearing loss. And I just got a notification that during that timeout, the noise level in the gym had reached 90 decibels.
So pretty cool here as our home crowd tries to help push Tabor out here to a conference win. So again, a huge sequence. So Avila cuts it to 7, and off on a full court press, Tabor just ran it to perfection for a Holcomb dunk, and then off of an Avila miss, they go right back and score in transition as well to push it back to an 11-point game. So, man, Holcomb just doing a fantastic job.
Then he gets fouled.
You know, you got to give Kenyon credit. Called for a couple fouls, perhaps with a few body checks. I think we're also going to get a technical on the Avila bench. So I think the bench asking for fouls on those Holcomb blocks, but not called. So that could be the final straw here with 4 free throws upcoming. Free throw line normally a friend of Crane's, but not tonight as he's just 4 of 8. So see if he can convert on the second. I think, is he going to shoot? No, I think Holcomb will have to shoot these, yeah. 4 Blue Jays, by the way, in double figures now. So Crane leading the Blue Jays with 17, both with 14. McClure with 11. Holcomb now in double digits, which I believe is a season high as we as I check my handy-dandy stat sheet here. Scroll down here and see. Kenyon Holcomb, pardon me, he had 10 against College of the Ozarks and 11 at Evangel. So
that free throw just put him at 11, so we'll see right here.
There it is.
There it is.
So I willed it to happen. You're welcome, Kenyon.
No announcer jinx.
I had to make up for that jinx right at the beginning. So, and Kenyon also, by the way, just 2 boards off of a double-double. So
I keep checking that, and I'll keep hoping it's line because I feel like he's got more.
Well, and the blocks have been impressive too. Probably Kenyon's best all-around game here in the early going of his Tabor career. So excited for Kenyon to kind of find his groove here offensively and defensively.
Yes.
An impressive take there from Spalding, but Avila is able to maintain possession. So we're down to a minute 34 here as Tabor's lead at 14, 79-65. Kilpatrick with a corner 3. That is off. Bolt with the rebound, and he scores. So now a 12-point Avila deficit, and they'll call a timeout here and see if they can make one last run at it. So another full timeout, minute 25 remaining. We'll be right back with the final few minutes of tonight's game.
At Baumgars, we want to be your one-stop shop. From DeWalt power tools to workwear and footwear, plus seasonal goods, livestock feed, pet food, and so much more. Family owned and operated for more than 70 years, we knock ourselves out to deliver legendary customer service. And with more than 100 stores serving customers from the Midwest to the Rockies, we strive to have
What you need when you need it at Baumgars.
Many of you know that the Eitzen Agency insures churches, Christian schools, and other related ministries. A coverage that is overlooked for most businesses is proper cyber liability. Has your business ever been hacked? Do your employees click on
We are back here. Tabor basketball with 1:25 remaining. Also, during that timeout, we took a look at Kenyon Holcomb with 4 blocks in tonight's game, and that is a season high with only 2 previously.
Look at this pass.
A great look, and Proctor will finish in transition. What a feed from freshman to freshman there.
The future with those two and McClure being a sophomore looks real bright.
Very bright.
Fouls on the Blue Jays, number 2, Jack Vogt. That's his first.
Here's a note for you. Tabor with 81 points tonight, also a season high in scoring. So after scoring 80 in its opener against College of the Ozarks, so Coach Warren will be happy about that. Christian Spalding has lived at the free throw line here of late and hitting both here. So it's 81-69 here as they set up their full court pressure.
The ball
Tabor will break
of the
it.
Blue Jays is just...
And McClure, I think, is going to get a foul here on Spalding. So I think Avila's coaches want him to give him the baseline, but they're called for the foul. So that'll be 2 free throws for McClure.
His first. Team is over the limit. That's McClure shooting 2.
So if you look at it just through the season here, you know, again, just the consistent scoring from Tabor's top 4. McClure's been in double digits now. What is that now? 8 out of 9 games. Both almost there, but not quite. You know, and that's the other thing. You look at it, you know, 25 for McClure against USAO, and both now 16 against York, 22 against USAO, and I believe he's now at, let's take a look here, get the box score back open. He's at 14, so a consistent threat here, no question. Do we have a, did I miss I think we maybe missed a technical here.
I think we did, looking at stats.
And you know who is back at the free throw line. So Christian Spalding, while he did not play till late in tonight's game.
I think all of his points have come from the free throw line.
You are correct. Now 5 of 6 here now, so with 5 points.
The technical foul was assessed to the Blue Jays, number 20, Jackson Baird.
Technical assist to the Blue Jay bench.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll leave it there. So must have been a word from the bench. And so here we go. So Avila possession, Tabor possession as Holcomb gets the steal. So Crane will push but pull it back out here as Tabor looks to run out these final 41 seconds and get its first conference win. So Proctor looked to maybe get Kilpatrick to go up, but Tabor will have to shoot as they're up, and there's a turnover there. So Spalding back to the free throw line.
Yes,
so
he is.
Fouls on Tabor's number 2, Jack Vogt. That's his second. Team is over the limit. Christian Spalding in the line to shoot 2.
So Spalding will get another pair here, and he misses. Tabor here also nearing 50 points here in the second half. So just an all-around pretty impressive performance from the Blue Jays. So especially when you take into account, do you have the first half stat sheet on you?
Somewhere over here. I do.
We'll look at maybe those team shooting numbers here. I think Tabor's going to pull it out here to finish tonight's game. So
the crowd wanted that wide open alley-oop, but
so Tabor was shooting 50% at half, but let's look at the numbers here. So 15 to 24 in the second half. So over 50% for the game. 55% for the game, that is. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. That is Tabor's first conference win of the season. So 83-72 Blue Jays as they knock off the visiting Avila Eagles. So one more look here at the box score before we sign off. So Caleb Crane with a game-high 17 for the Blue Jays. Jack Voth with 14. Thatcher McClure 13. Kenyon Holcomb with 12. And Jake Proctor with 11, all in the second half. So 5 in double figures for the Blue Jays. Impressive for Proctor there after being held scoreless in the first half. So again, to lead the Blue Jays, you have Crane with 17, Voth with 14, McClure with 13, Holcomb with 12, McProctor with 11. Jumping over to the Eagles, we have Bolt, who scored all 12 of his in the second half. Jordan Majid with 11, Cooper Smith with 10, James Ross III with 9, and Christian Spalding with 8, all at the line in the final 5 minutes of the game.
That's impressive.
The stat line. So didn't even make a field goal and still gets 8 points for the night. So there you go. So again, that's 12 for Bolt, 11 for Majid, 10 for Cooper Smith, 9 for Ross III, and 8 for Spalding. So with that win, Tabor now evens its record at 4-4 and 1-2 in conference play. Avila falls to 1-4 and 0-3 in conference play. And one last note, Tabor will travel to Sterling this Saturday for its road matchup against the Warriors. Be back home. We hope you can join us for what should be an exciting matchup against Oklahoma Wesleyan. Truly one of the conference best and one of the nation's best here next Wednesday. So we hope you can be here next week in Hillsboro for the 8 o'clock tip. Please, of course, join us for the women's game at 6, but the men will tip at 8. So for one last time, Adam Suderman here and Aaron Schellenberger signing off from the Tabor win. Thanks, Aaron.
Go Blue Jays.
Marzacek is exceptional at his vertical defending. He kicks that one off and
Sooner or later, you might need